Rumble Ponies fans, welcome inside the clubhouse to one of the best spots in the clubhouse with the first baseman, JT Schwartz. JT, how's it going, man?
I'm doing great. How are you, Cam?
Doing well. We're going to call this Espresso with Schwartz.
Okay.
Going to teach me how to make espresso. I've been using the Keurig over here.
You're a monster!
Which has not been a known or good thing, and JT has said that he would help me at some point, so we're going to get it started. What's the first step to make good espresso?
As you saw, we refilled the beans, right? Got to make sure we got beans. Got to make sure we got water. Gonna need a little more water here.
Are you a guy that espresso before every game? Is there a certain time of day where you get your first shot of espresso?
So Kelly and I at home, we make cold brew. We do a homemade cold brew. And then we have a 1/10 as expensive espresso machine at our apartment. So I normally have coffee before I get here. But some days like today, I wait till I get here, use the fancy machine. Get to spend time with wonderful people like you, and here we are.
Aww. I heard JT, the guy that's here the most is the infield coach, Jake Hager. Do you think Jake makes the best espresso, and why do you think he's here so often? This seems like his spot.
Jake is the coffee wizard, some might say.
You're a wizard.
I'm not sure how or why he knows so much about coffee, but he just knows his stuff. I think he dialed in the machine, so all the settings that are on here are probably Jake Hager's. And they've been working out, so we're gonna roll with it.
Okay, so you put the water in, we have the beans set.
Water, beans, gotta put this little contraption on for the grind setting. We're gonna hit espresso here.
Okay.
You should auto grind, put that in there.
This might not be a question for you, but how much caffeine is just in one espresso shot? Oh, look at this.
Single shot of espresso, 1 float ounce, 65 to 75 milligrams.
All right, so JT, right now you're on a power surge. How much of a factor do you think the pregame espresso can play for you right now, having a big hot stretch of the plate?
Probably all of it. If I had to guess, it's probably the only thing I could really attribute.
Gotcha.
New coffee, new machine, fancy technology, good coffee. Good coffee equals homers, I guess.
Have you had to teach anybody else on the team to use the espresso machine? Is anyone else using the Keurig to your right that myself and Matt Levine at times, our broadcaster, has thought about using?
We still do have some Keurig users. You know, I don't know if it's a time constraint thing, if it's a complication thing, but we still do have some guys that insist on using it. You gotta let them operate how they wanna operate.
So walk me through what you just did right there.
So we had all the grinds in the portafilter.
Okay.
Right? Took our handy dandy tamper there.
Gotcha.
And then basically all you're doing there, you're taking a fluffed up pile of coffee grinds, just tamping it down, making what they call a puck. Now we got kind of a compressed, more dense kind of layer of coffee in the portafilter, and then we slide that in our actual brew area, and then we're gonna put our cup in and go to town.
Now, before you start to brew it, tell me a little bit about that walk-off victory last night, last 2 games with walk-off wins. What does this continue to say about this team, and why do you guys think you've been able to come back so well in extra innings?
Just a team that's gonna continue to fight, I think. You know, we got a lot of competitive, sort of resilient personalities, I think, and we've had a lot of guys on this team that are very talented, but I think have gotten off to slower starts than, you know, we would have wanted to. And I think there's just no give up. I think guys know what we're capable of, and we're down in a game, in a series, you know, just throughout the year so far. I think it's just showing that, you know, we're not just gonna sit back and give up.
How electric was it for you from the dugout to see that Chris Suero home run?
Absolutely electric.
Yeah.
You don't see stuff like that too often. So when it happens, especially with a guy like Suero, who's already, you know, pretty energetic and pretty electric, it was special.
All right, let's rock and roll right here.
All right, now we're gonna hit brew here.
Now, how long does this usually take to brew? And
I wanna say it's about 30 seconds to get the shot, for a double shot.
look at this, okay. Have you guys thought about investing in 2 espresso machines, since the amount of players and coaches that do use the machine throughout the day? Is that above your pay grade?
That's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an expensive machine, so we'd have to get with whoever handles all the budgeting, and I don't think I'm qualified to give answers like that.
California and Binghamton, coffee-wise, how is the coffee in California? And when you were out there growing up playing your college ball, was there a go-to spot that you would go for coffee?
I wasn't quite as into it as I am now in terms of like the coffee shop scene. I wasn't into it like I am now. We go on the road and I'll try and find a coffee shop. Kelly and I will go around and, you know, find some places. But I did get sort of in trouble. I think my sophomore year I had a coffee pot in my dorm room.
And that's not allowed.
It wasn't allowed, but we had a cool RA. She let me keep it, didn't get me in trouble, so it worked out. But
Shout out JT's RA. All right, so we have the espresso set.
now, if we're gonna do a full latte or something, then we can get the milk out and start frothing. But
Yeah, let's do it.
that's incredible. I've never seen that. The whole puck. So normally it would be in here. The whole puck just got stuck.
Oh, wow. Okay, so some quick adversity.
There it is.
So that whole puck was just inside the machine.
It was, yeah, it was stuck.
And it's supposed to come out. Gotcha.
Typically it's stuck in here, then I would, so we'll just do it off the towel.
What kind of milk or sweeteners do you guys usually use?
I'm not a sweet coffee guy, generally speaking. So if I'm gonna do anything, it'll normally just be some whole milk. If I'm gonna do it ice, we'll just go whole milk straight in there with some ice. But if I'm gonna do it hot, like we're talking about frosting right now, then we'll throw it in our little item here and get the frosting.
Tell me, JT, this is a question we've asked a few guys about, but who do you think the most funny guy is on the roster?
Funniest guy on the roster. I think a lot of people underestimate Wyatt.
Okay.
Sure, the milk's good.
It's good.
Good enough.
Do not need to be getting sick before an extra road trip.
Yeah, I think people a lot of times assume Wyatt is, really quiet, doesn't say much, not much personality, and I think you get to know Wyatt, and he's a pretty incredible, funny guy when you're around him a lot. Yeah, we'll go with Wyatt. So here, this is our milk frothing spout here.
Okay.
So now basically all we got to do is gonna put the tip in, go manual froth here, and then what I was taught from YouTube a little while ago was you go hand on the bottom, and when it starts getting too hot to hold your hand there, you're adequately frothed.
See, this is an extra step I did not know about. This seems like the toughest step in this process.
This is maybe the most technical part.
Okay. Now, you mentioned Wyatt being one of the most funny players. Is Wyatt a coffee drinker?
I think Wyatt dabbles in coffee. He probably doesn't drink quite as much caffeine as some of the other guys. He definitely, I've seen him over here working the machine. So now we got our frothed milk. Get the air bubbles out. Auto purge on the machine.
I think what a great idea would be for a video is if we had JT go to like Strange Brew Coffee somewhere in Binghamton and got to be a barista for some of the fans. Great work, JT.
Thank you.
Now, I think you should have this coffee.
You think?
Yeah, you made it.
This is your first go at the espresso machine, though.
But
I need you to give a taste test, and I'll make another one for myself.
Okay, gotcha. My first espresso.
No lying. I want an honest review.
It's good. It's I thought there'd be a little bit more taste, but I like that it doesn't taste too much like coffee, and it's very much almost like a fluffy feel.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
So Kelly and I have gotten into cappuccinos instead of traditional lattes. And from what I understand, the only difference is sort of the milk ratio and the froth ratio at the top.
Okay.
So when I froth the milk, I like that little layer of thick and creamy instead of just plain milk,
Great stuff, JT.
Good
Look,
feel.
very appreciative that you showed me the espresso machine. I'll be done with the Keurig then.
All right.
Hi, man. Appreciate it.
Pleasure.